And so the way that our model works with this, and this is what I really like about care goals, is that there's other triggers you can nest into it, and you could do blocking RX edits. So I have a blocking RX edit that says if a care goal is open at the time you reach point of sale, stop. A pharmacist has to come in and put their fingerprint in, which means that an action needs to be taken. So we know that we can't really ask the patient those questions at the counter, right? So we're going to pull them off into a room. We're going to ask them those questions. A pharmacist had to override it at the point of sale, which means now somebody has to go back in and enter in those questions for them. And again, we staff heavy, so that way this type of thing doesn't disrupt workflow at all. We don't have 30, 40, 50-minute waits for prescriptions because, we're only asking 6, 8 questions and it's really fast. And half the time, our patients literally just go, yes, no, yes, because they already know what the questions are. But another really great facet to this is the RX Local app for me. And I know you guys aren't paying me to say this, but I told you I'm a huge fangirl. But the RX Local app has really changed the way that we can do this type of thing because I'm not going to lie, with COVID, nobody's coming in. Like, really, nobody's coming in. A lot of people wanted to talk on the phone, but a lot of people also didn't want to talk on the phone. So having the ability to use the RX Local app securely to send these types of follow-up questions was phenomenal because then I could just literally just copy and paste over and be great. And it helps us to set up, there's a record keeping of what was set up for delivery and those types of things. Our patients are actually super great about the RX Local app. They really enjoy it. And I think for us that's something that's really made a big difference. And again, it's a way for my staff, especially my technicians, to do some really fast and secure communication. But again, it does help with those care goals in a lot of ways because we're able to just maybe text somebody who, we're not able to get a hold of them like, hey, just a reminder, you've got some meds here. And then when they respond back, we just ask them those secure questions.
Yeah. So now you can trigger a care goal action that is a text message. So maybe even a simple care action, hey, I want to talk to you about this at the point of sale when you get here. You can, kind of precede that conversation with a little bit of seed information. Yeah. So much cool stuff you could do with that. Yeah.
I didn't see that one coming out the pipeline. I won't lie, I haven't read the Orbit yet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You got to make sure you're reading that every month. Every week, I mean.
I haven't done it yet this week. It was a crazy day yesterday.
Yeah. So that's a really neat new feature. But, a lot of times that the action that needs to be taken is to remind the patient or to deliver simple information to the patient or prompt a response from that patient. So to be able to do that, whenever certain conditions are met automatically, that's something that before, you would be relying on your technician to identify that these conditions were met and then take 10 minutes to perform this action, which means it's A, going to be missed sometimes, and B, sometimes it's going to be put off. So anytime you can leverage the system to have that automation is really key.
I'm sitting here thinking in my head how I can make this work to maybe notify patients about deliveries, right? Like I'm trying to think like how can I leverage that because that's always we do offer delivery for patients. And so one of the things that we have is that patients sometimes aren't home to sign for packages. And I'm trying to think in my head, like, how can I make that work for me?
Oh yeah. I mean, so many different possibilities with that. Even just think your second Shingrix reminder. Now, instead of having a technician make that phone call, I can just fire out that automated text message. I mean, so many great examples of that.
Yeah, that is awesome. I'm excited for that. That'll be a good feature.